Hi everyone, it's time to find a new pattern. Pattern focus is where we're going. Last one of the week, called Monstera. Ooh, cool. Look at that. It's like a big leaf. So the part of this that we're looking for is this part. This bit right here. And she's done one of my plum lay and a different flowery tangle. But that's where we're aiming for, right there. How to do that one? I don't know. Alright, so step number one, we're going to do a couple of little parallel lines, like a stem down the middle, and some random lines coming outwards. Looks like if you want that leaf shape to be kind of like that, you want to make these long lines longer toward the middle and shorter toward both ends. And then you're going to kind of aura them, except for you're going to make it to come to a point there. And then inside each of this like skeleton shape that we've just made, we're going to put in kind of a squarish, ovalish sort of shape inside there. And then we're going to come back and do this arch. And then when we're done with that, we're going to come back and do kind of a like a three-sided squarish rectangularish shape like that, except for at the top and the bottom. Then up here it goes like this, and at the bottom it kind of comes like that. That's just really interesting. There's a lot of steps to it, and it looks like, you see on this one, they just didn't do on the sample, they did the spine part and then filled with some orbs and didn't do the leaf part. I'm not exactly sure how I want to design my page, and how can I get it to be sort of holiday looking. I don't know. I'm going to turn on my light, and I'm going to decide on a paper size and color. I think maybe I want a little bit larger. And do we want a color? I want green again? No, not really. I want brown? Do I want blue? Orange maybe? Gray? Or this brown? Kind of like that brown. We'll go with the brown. So I picked the size that was 4.5 by 5, so it's not quite square, but it's close. I'm going to give myself a border. And I'm going to decide where I want these sort of leaf shapes. I think I want one coming this way, with it to be about that size. And I want one coming this way being about that size. And then maybe a little cluster of something here. I think that's going to be my composition. And I do think I'm going to put a border, a nice big brush border to start with. Sometimes I don't do the border to start. Sometimes I don't do one at all. Today I'm feeling the nice big fat border. Alrighty, let's do this. I think I want whatever I'm going to put up here to be in the foreground on top of these leaves. So I'm going to put them first. You know what? We have a new pattern on the site called Jingle Bells or something. Let me look it up, because I think that would be cool there, and it would make it sort of Christmassy. Give me a second, because I don't want to lose that other one. New patterns. Jingles. Okay, so I want to do a circle. Now this part here is going to be the pattern called Jingles, that I've decided I really want on here. Oh, that was supposed to be in pencil. You big dodo. Oh well. I'll put it in pen. Well, poop. All right. We're going to fake it. And we're just going to color those in. This is not quite right, but being as how I didn't really study the pattern properly, I'm just going to go for it the way I drew it here, and it's wrong, and it's now not quite right. But that's okay. It's something to give me just sort of a festive atmosphere in this general area. Okay, that gives me something in this spot. Kind of looks like bells. Kind of, sort of. Not really. It's a mess. It's, yeah. Okay. Now I have a little something there to put my leaves this way. Alright. Now I'm going to actually follow a pattern, because I did a really lousy job of following that one. So I really didn't look at it close enough. Okay. So, first step. Let's look at this closer so I don't goof. It's going to be this sort of stem shape. And then it's going to be smaller ones, longer ones, like that. Randomish. Next is to then make those into leafy like shapes here, stem shapes, where they come from there and they get skinnier as they go that way. Like that. So far, so good. Next is we do these sort of negative spaces that are about this size. This is good for if you don't have a steady hand, because this is really organic and kind of formless. It's awesome. Like that. And then we do this sort of swoopy bit from point to point. That. And then there's an outward point which kind of goes like this. Something like that. Okay, that's really big. I got a bit carried away with it, but that's okay. Do one more. Okay. Almost done. It's just, it doesn't look quite, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it needs to be colored. I think I am going to color this one. Because I think it needs something. It's cool. But I think it just, it needs something. Maybe shading will also assist it. Forgot to do this part. That part really makes it bigger. Okay. Well, those are two really big leaves. I think I got a little carried away, but the name of it is Monstera. So a monster leaf is what I did. So I'm going to give that a little bit of a color, I think. And this is the last one to draw today. I'm going to go take some donations over to the, it's not Toys for Tots, but it's like Toys for Tots. I've looked up various places that I can go take the donations, and there's going to be one tomorrow at our local Chick-fil-A. So I'm going to do that. I bought some art. Went to Hobby Lobby, and they had those, you know, little kits that have, you know, like the pre-done kits of paints and pencils and watercolors and so forth. They had those kits, and they were having them on half price sale. So I got a couple of those to give to the kiddos. Trying to decide how I want to add color. I'm going to follow the sample there and kind of add color that way. So I'm going to use this one and this one. I'm going to use some of my markers and a little bit of water and my brush, and use them kind of like watercolors. Oh, made a splashy mess. I knew I was going to do that. Okay. I think the dark color, I should test this. Where do I have a piece of paper I can test these on? Right here. That one's good. Ooh, that one's darker actually. Okay. Good thing I tested. This is actually a darker green. Okay, put some there, and I want some of this color here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my water brush, my clear water brush, and I'm going to just spread some of this color outward so it looks kind of like a watercolor wash with the darkest toward the middle here. So that's the plan. See if it actually works. Yeah, the reason I did like art supply boxes for the toys, the toy drive, is that, you know, it's most of the time at this time of year when they do toy drives, the little kids have a lot of toys donated, you know, dolls and trucks and that kind of thing. Mostly for the younger kids, the kids, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, even little baby kids get a lot of things donated, little kid toys. But there are fewer toys. What the heck? Oh. There are fewer toys donated for the older, like, preteens and teenage kids. That it seems to be harder to get toys donated for them. So I decided that the art supply kits are good. They can go to any age, but you know, art supplies, sports equipment, and like board games, those are for the older kids, and that would be really good to donate because there are so fewer of those kinds of toys donated. And the place that that wants these toys is for kids who are maybe having some hospital stays and so forth, and so they, you know, I thought an art supply would be a good idea. I don't know. Don't know if it's a practical idea or not, or if there's just, you know, you need too much stuff for art, but I should have probably did markers. I did paints. I probably should have done markers. Maybe I'll go back and exchange them for a marker set instead. But I think this is a really good thing to do. This kind of looks like part of the idea that the person who did the original drawing did. The sample has a very similar look, and I'm okay with that. It's not followed exactly, but it is similar. Okay, I think that will work. I want to get... And now I want some water. Oops, I did it again. Okay. So with these watercolor markers, you can just use your plain water in your brush and move that color around, and I think it looks really cool. Now this paper is not meant for water, so it is going to buckle my paper. Just keep that in mind. If it matters to you, then don't do it. Doesn't bother me that it does. I almost did gray in the middle here. I probably still could do that. I feel like it needs to have some gray. I don't know if my Pitt pens are waterproof or not. I didn't test them. I think they are, so I can't use them. I don't know if I have any gray in the Artist Loft. I don't think I do. But I know I have like a sepia tone. Maybe that would be good. First I'm going to test my gray and see if they are waterproof or not. I think they are. But let me get the, does it say water fast? It might say, but I can't read it. Okay, let's see. Put a little test pen right there. And a little bit of my, oh yeah, no, they're water fast. That's what I thought. Okay, so I need a gray that's not water fast. What about these? Are these water fast? Let me try it and see. Yeah, no, that's not smearing. Most of the time I want things that don't smear, but every so often I want a smear. I'm not getting a smear. Oh, I got this Crayola. Wonder what this will do. That should smear. Crayola should smear. Yeah. Okay, let's try the Crayola. It's got a big old tip, but let's try that and see what it does. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm letting some of that green smear in there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. Let's try that. This video is going a little longer than I had anticipated, but I didn't anticipate on coloring it, so that's okay. Use that has sort of a shading instead of graphite. There we go. You know what? It's not bad. It's different than I expected, and those are really monster leaves, but I'm actually more happy with it than I thought I would be. So I think it's all good. And we're done for the day, and we're done for the week. And I'm going to go sit down, put my feet up, because, you know, my feet need to go up. Anyways, I will see you guys on the next video, whatever that might be. Like I said, these videos are most likely going to, the Christmas ones are going to run through January, because, you know, I draw 2 weeks behind the schedule. So most likely the Christmas scheduled ones will be launched or released in January. It's just going to be what it is. But I think this came out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. All right, you guys have a great day. I will see you next week. Bye.